Do a practice with my knitting. Let's see. Hi YouTube, this is Ty Purple. It is Wednesday morning, 5:45 in the morning, and I am going to be making my tofu scramble. I'm using Go Veggie, lactose-free, American style singles. This is a vegetable-based cheese substitution. Tofu Plus by Nasoya Organic Farm, and this is my meat substitute. Onion, green pepper. I'm going to put in some asparagus to make it more healthful, and some mushrooms. So I'm just chopping up my veggies right now. The onion, I'm going to saute the onion, green pepper, and asparagus in olive oil. And the one good thing about making this tofu scramble today is that it will be enough for today's breakfast and possibly tomorrow's breakfast. That is less than a half a piece of onion, less than a half a slice of onion, and this is just a section of green pepper, and I'm going to saute these in some olive oil. Add my tofu after these have been reduced. We get the pre-chopped mushrooms. I'm still trying to get a hang of using this head mount camera, so hopefully this is in frame. The first video I made, I ended up not using it because it was totally out of frame, and I'm hoping that this will be a little better in frame. These are Food Lion brand Baby Bellas, the baby portobello mushrooms. I will only take a few asparagus. One good thing about having this head mounted camera is that my hands are free. and I'm not fussing over a tripod. But the bad thing is, because it's over my head, I can't see whether or not it's in frame. I think most people know how to cut up asparagus. You just snap off the ends. Where you can snap is where the stem is good to eat, and then the other end is the woody part of the stem. I know some people snap one and they don't snap the others. They snap one and then they cut them. But I found that in some instances it's a different length. These are pretty much the same length, but I found that sometimes when I snap one and cut, that some of the other ones have still woody portions on what I've left. So that's why I just prefer to snap them individually than to snap one and cut. But everyone cooks differently. Cooking is very subjective. So this is my stove and my pan. I'm going to heat the pan. Add my olive oil. This is the brand that we have this time. Extra virgin olive oil. Filippo Barrio. Brands really doesn't make a big difference for me. I'm not big on brands of foods. I think most brands, one brand is just as good as another brand, in my opinion of it. I'll get out a spoon to stir. A lot of trash on my floor, I see. And I know you can see it because it's pointing down. But I get a spoon to stir. Let the oil heat up. I'm going to open my tofu. And with tofu, there's a lot of liquid in tofu. So I'll just be taking that out, pouring out the liquid, and opening it the rest of the way. The decision to go vegetarian and then eventually to go vegan wasn't difficult for me. I know I've had a lot of people, especially at my church, because I'm at church a lot, ask, do I miss meat? And most of the time I don't miss meat, because there are lots of meat substitutes. So I don't really miss meat. Like if I want a burger, there's a vegan substitute for hamburgers. If I want a chicken patty, there's a vegan substitute for chicken patties. If I want eggs, now the substitute for eggs, what I use isn't a real egg substitute. It's tofu. And you really don't get the egg flavor from the tofu that I would get from eggs. But the other substitutes, the chicken patty substitute, the hamburger substitute, the veggie burger that I use to substitute for hamburger, though, and the sausage, those taste like the meat for me, enough for me that I'm satisfied. The only thing that I miss are eggs. I miss scrambled cheese and eggs, or fried eggs, soft boiled eggs. Those things are what I miss. And since my reasons for going vegetarian and then vegan were strictly for health, I didn't go vegan and vegetarian because of a need to protect or ethical treatment of animals. That is not why I am vegan. It's not for ethical treatment of animals. That's not my reason for being vegan. Mine is strictly personal health. I just think that eating less meat for me is healthier. And I've lost weight by eating less meat. My latest weigh-in was 129, and I began this in March of 2016 with a beginning weight of 162, and now a year later I'm down to 129. So I'm thankful for that, and I do believe that my eating better and exercise is the major reason that I've been able to lose that weight from 160 to 129 in a year. At the end of this year, I turned 49, and I hope to be at my goal. I really thought it was going to take me the full 2 years to be at my goal weight, but I'm hoping by my 49th birthday that I will be at my goal weight. So I'm sure I will be. I'm hoping to be at my goal weight by my 49th birthday. So I'm just sauteing these vegetables. It's really nothing else to see here. I'm going to cut away. It's almost time for me to get my children up so they can dress for school. So I'm going to cut this off and come back when I get ready to put the tofu in the pan. I'm going to let this saute and reduce, saute and cook, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to put my tofu in the pan and then the cheese, and show how I'm going to plate this all up. See you in the next clip. Alright, YouTube, I am back. I have gotten my vegetables cooked to the point where I want them. I'm going to add one of the sections of my tofu, and I just cut my tofu into 8 sections, and I just take out a section like this. When I'm doing the scramble, I don't dry them. I know a lot of people freeze tofu and then thaw it back out to get most of the liquid out of it, but I don't do that for a scramble. And really, this is one of the very few ways that I even eat tofu. I don't cook with it like fried tofu or baked tofu or sauteed tofu, to eat it like that. That's not my favorite way to eat it. If I'm not putting it in a smoothie, this is the only other way I'll eat tofu, because it's not my favorite. I'd rather buy meat substitutes. My favorite brand of meat substitute right now is Morningstar. I love Morningstar Farms meat substitute products. Their chicken patties, their veggie burgers, their I think they have a quinoa burger. I like those. They have bacon, and then I also add a little bit of water because it makes it more creamy in consistency. I've already added some salt, and I'm going to let this cook a little and go and get my package of Go Veggie cheese. This also isn't my favorite brand of veggie-based cheese. My favorite brand of veggie-based cheese was a brand called Chow, C-H-A-O, and it was Greek. It was from Greece, made in Greece. Walmart used to carry it It was $5.48 for 10 slices, but it was delicious. It wasn't yellow, it was white. It was, I think it was coconut base, but it was the most delicious cheese substitute, veggie based cheese that I had found. Between the Go Veggie and the Chow was my favorite, even though it wasn't yellow, it was white. The taste was just better. The flavor, the consistency, it melted smoothly. It was wonderful. Made the best grilled cheese sandwiches. To me, it tasted like a provolone or a mozzarella cheese, but it was, and provolone or even a Gouda, a mozzarella Gouda provolone combination, because my favorite cheese was Gouda. When I was eating real cheese, it was Gouda, and it tasted wonderful. So this is my scramble. This is what it looks like. I'm going to take it off because I have to make my Go Veggie, my Morningstar Farm bacon, and I'm going to cut off here because I'm going to plate this and wash out this pan so that I can cook my bacon. So see you in the next clip. This is the Morningstar Farm bacon that I'm going to be using. Again, it's Morningstar Farm, which is my favorite veggie-based substitution brand. 100% vegetarian. I'm going to cook me 1 or 2 slices. Serving size on the back. 60 calories. And it's 2 strips in a serving. It's only 60 calories. Which bacon, real bacon, really isn't high in calories in and of itself. I think 2 slices of bacon is only 70 calories, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll come back when I get these in the pan. YouTube, this is what the Morningstar Farms bacon looks like in the pan. I had to put some oil in my pan because my pan is old, so it sticks a lot. So this is what it looks like in the pan. I'm cooking it. I have 4 minutes left on the timer. It said cook for 8 minutes. So I'm going to turn it. It's halfway through. I'm going to turn it now. I'll come back when I'm ready to plate everything. YouTube, this is the final plating. My tofu scramble with onions, green pepper, asparagus, and tofu. My Morningstar Farm veggie bacon and toast. So that's my breakfast for today, Wednesday, March 8th, 2017. Thanks for watching. Have a great day whenever this video finds you.